You already read English every day. The problem is not your English. The problem is that academic reading at exam speed requires 5 specific habits that nobody taught you, and without them, good English and a comfortable reading pace still produces an unfinished test. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are solving one of the most common IELTS reading problems, reading too slowly. Not because students do not understand English, because they are using the wrong reading approach for what the exam actually requires. The real problem: you are reading the wrong way. Most students read IELTS passages the way they were taught to read in school, carefully, from beginning to end, every word, full comprehension before moving on. This approach is excellent for learning. It is a disaster for IELTS timing. Academic English is deliberately dense. Researchers and academics write long sentences with multiple clauses, complex vocabulary, and heavy noun phrases. Reading every word of every sentence in 3 academic passages under 60 minutes of pressure is genuinely not possible for most people, native speakers included. The shift is this: stop reading to understand everything and start reading to find specific things. Your job in IELTS reading is not comprehension, it is information retrieval. Once that mental shift happens, the entire approach changes. Technique 1. Skim before you read. Skimming means reading at speed to get the general idea, not the details, just the shape of the passage. Where is this paragraph going? What kind of information does it contain? Here's the specific skimming method that works for IELTS. Before looking at any question, read only the first sentence and last sentence of each paragraph. Nothing in between, just those 2 sentences per paragraph. This takes around 90 seconds for a full passage. At the end of those 90 seconds, you have a mental map. You know roughly which paragraph talks about which aspect of the topic. When a question asks about something specific, you already know which paragraph to go to. Technique 2. Scan for key words, not meaning. Scanning is different from skimming. Skimming gives you the map. Scanning is how you use the map to find specific answers. For each question, identify the 2 or 3 most specific keywords, not common words, specific ones. A name, a date, a technical term, a number. These key words are your search targets. You run your eyes down the relevant paragraph, only looking for those specific words or their synonyms. You do not read the paragraph, you search it. Your eye naturally jumps to unusual words, proper nouns, numbers, capitalized words, technical terms. These unusual words are actually helpful in scanning. These unusual words are often exactly what the question is asking about. Keyword technique. Underline 2 keywords from the question. Go to the paragraph your skimming told you is relevant. Scan for those keywords or words that mean the same thing. When you find them, read only that sentence and the one before and after it. That's where the answer lives. Technique 3. Stop translating in your head. This one is specifically for students whose first language is not English, and is probably the single biggest speed drag in the entire reading process. When you read a sentence in English and your brain automatically translates it into your first language before you understand the meaning, you have added an extra processing step to every sentence in a 3-page academic passage. That step is small. Multiplied by several hundred sentences, it becomes significant. The fix is not to stop thinking in your first language overnight. That takes years. The fix is to practice reading English content without allowing yourself to translate, to push past the discomfort of not fully processing every word and keep moving. Daily practice. Read 1 English news article every day without stopping to translate any word. If you hit an unknown word, context read around it and keep going. Do not stop. Do not look it up mid-article. Finish first. This trains your brain to extract meaning from context rather than stopping for full processing. After 2 to 3 weeks of this daily habit, your reading speed in English increases noticeably, not because your vocabulary improved, but because your brain stopped adding the translation layer to every sentence. Technique 4. Handle unknown words without stopping. Academic English contains specialist vocabulary that even highly educated native speakers sometimes do not know. You will hit unknown words in IELTS passages. This is certain. What you do when you hit them determines whether your reading speed collapses or holds. Most students stop at an unknown word. They try to work out the meaning. They feel uncertain. They reread the sentence. They move on, still uncertain. This costs 15 to 30 seconds per unknown word, and academic passages contain several. The better approach, decide in 3 seconds whether the unknown word is essential to the answer you are looking for. Most of the time, it is not. Unknown words in academic passages are often there to maintain academic tone, not to carry the specific information the question is asking about. 3-second rule. Hit an unknown word. Ask immediately, do I need this word to answer my current question? If no, skip it and keep moving. If yes, use the surrounding sentence to guess the general meaning. Positive or negative, action or description, concrete or abstract. That level of understanding is usually enough to answer the question. Technique 5. Time yourself every single practice. Every technique in this video becomes automatic only through timed practice. Not practice, timed practice. These are different things. Reading without a timer trains untimed habits. Untimed habits are useless in a 60-minute exam. Every practice session from this point needs a timer running with section limits you actually respect. Time split. Passage 1, 18 minutes maximum. Passage 2, 20 minutes. Passage 3, 20 minutes. 2-minute buffer for review and any skipped questions. Skip and return rule. Any question taking more than 90 seconds gets marked with a dot and skipped. Return at the end of the section. One difficult question does not deserve 3 minutes of budget that belongs to 3 easier ones. The first few times you practice with strict time limits, it will feel rushed and wrong and like you're missing something. You probably are missing some things. The habit is more important than the initial accuracy. Speed and accuracy improve together over several weeks. Accuracy without speed produces an unfinished test. That's always the worst outcome. Reading academic English faster without losing meaning is not a talent, it's a practiced set of habits. Skimming for the map, scanning for key words, pushing past unknown words, stopping the translation habit, practicing under real-time pressure every single session. None of these techniques feel natural the first time. They feel like shortcuts that will cause you to miss something important. They will not cause you to miss important things once you practice them properly, because you are not missing information, you're retrieving it more efficiently. The passage contains the answer to every question. Your job is not to understand the passage. Your job is to find the answer before the clock runs out. Build the habits that find it faster. Drop your biggest reading challenge in the comments. Which question type, which timing problem, which passage type gives you the most trouble? I reply specifically to every comment. Share this with one student who keeps running out of time in reading. Subscribe for weekly content that solves the real problems.